Hello, hello, and welcome to the Delaware Blogger Podcast. I'm your host, Antoinette Blake, the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger. And every week I come to you with podcasting pointers that will help you to share your mission and your vision just using your voice. A new episode of the Delaware Blogger Podcast publishes every Saturday at 10 a.m. And if you wish to sponsor a show, please send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com. Again, a welcome to the Delaware Blogger Podcast. Listen in and share with a friend. Don't call it a comeback, LL Cool J. I'm talking about the QR code. The QR code is back, right? Are you using the QR code? You know, that quick response code that links to promotional materials, to your website, to your podcast, to your blog that can be scanned right from your smartphone so that people can listen and learn and enjoy it ASAP, right? Now, let's think about this. Do you remember QR codes first started? It was like back in 1994, which really wasn't that long ago. They used a QR code to track cars as they went across the assembly line. And it went out of fashion for a little bit. I mean, I remember doing it because I was an Avon rep and I ordered from maybe Vistaprint or CANVA or something, a QR code magnetic cover for my car, right? So when I was driving from Middletown to Westchester, when I stopped at the lights or whenever, people could scan that QR code, then they knew how to reach me to order their Avon. But now they are making a comeback. The Super Bowl. I can't remember what commercial it was, and I'm not going to promote them unless they're promoting me and a sponsor. But anyway, they used the QR code as a commercial. So as you were sitting and waiting, you had your phone, you could scan that QR code and go directly to that site. That's what's so amazing about QR codes and why they become popular post-COVID or pre-COVID or even during COVID, because no one wanted to touch, right? No one wanted to take your business card. No one wanted to take your flyer. No one wanted to touch you, 6 feet apart. So the QR code was a great way to scan hands-free, just using your smartphone to scan that QR code, and why it was great, for social distancing. So if you were out and there was a bulletin board with a QR code, or if you handed someone your business card and said, here's my business card, they could just scan the QR code without actually taking it. And it's easy breezy, even for those that are non-techie, my boomers and beyond and my special social seniors. They can scan a barcode because on a smartphone, most smartphones, I'm not talking about the flip phones and the Blackberries and all those other ancient devices, but on most smartphones, even probably the Jitterbug, there's a free app that you can download where you can scan a barcode. So you don't have to even pay for it. And it's great. It can take you to, again, the links to your website, the links to your video, the links to your commercial. So investing in a QR code is awesome. And guess what? Sites such as MOO, cards, I think Vistaprint even does it. CANVA definitely does it. If you're creating a URL or a link or a business card, you can create a QR code right there. If you're a podcaster and you go to bit.ly link, like bit.ly, you can create a QR code in addition to your short link. So it is getting so much easier, quicker, and faster. And you definitely should do it. That is a great promotional way. Put that, on your business card, put it on your flyers, put it in your, on your social media platforms, on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, every place. Put that QR code there so people can just scan and go. And it's going to save you money, right? We're like, money's tight, right? And you don't want to be going out there and ordering more business cards or more flyers or, even creating posters and stuff, using up the ink on your printers. And I'm only talking about those of us that kill trees like all day a day. I love printing. I love paper. I use paper all the time. See, I have paper right here. But anywho, I love paper. But that's going to cut down on the consumption of paper products. You don't need to buy as much paper. You don't need to buy as much ink. And those, again, are items that, they're costly. And so you're trying to save a little bit of money. So, use that QR code. Use it, to promote your podcast. Use it as part of your cover art, right? You can take your cover art. See the Delaware Blogger cover art, those that are watching, but those that are listening, they can't see this. But you guys know my Delaware Blogger, logo right there, created by my buddy, Demetrius Bullock. You can add a QR code to that as well. So if people see that, they can scan it and go. This also works well for your guests, right? So if you're interviewing guests and they're on your show, and then you send them the graphic or the link to their show, you also create a specific QR code for them so that they can add it to their promotional materials, to their media kit, right? That is going to help them out as well. So it makes you look like you're on the ball. And that's why, the QR code, don't call it a comeback. It's been around. It's just now getting more popular, more in fashion. And you can use that on anything, merchandise. You get t-shirts done, right? You can get padfolios done, cards, thank you cards. Imagine sending your guests a thank you card in the mail with the QR code or even online. So today I just wanted to talk about that, just briefly, the QR code and how you can use it to promote your podcast. So don't call it a comeback, right? LL Cool J, but it is going to be a great way, a comeback, a good way, a cool way, a QR way to get your podcast out there and promotion. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to promote this podcast. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave you the link and the QR code to my Apple site. And there I want you to leave a review. But in the comments, wherever you're listening to this from, whether it's on my social media or on my blog post or on this video or TikTok, whatever the case may be, I want you to scan that QR code to the Delaware Blogger podcast and then leave a review and then leave me your Instagram handle because I want to shout you out. I'm going to do some shout out Saturdays every Saturday after I drop a podcast. I want to go back. I want to see what happened over the weekend. And then I'm going to shout you out so that people can head over and check out your podcast, your blog, your website, your brick and mortar, whatever you're doing. So thank you so very much for just taking a little bit of time out of your day on this Saturday, and make sure you're sending this to others. So if you're listening to it on a replay, hey, ain't no shame in that game again. But today I wanted to talk about the QR code, right? Don't call it a comeback. Talk to you soon. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger, wishing you and yours a beautifully blessed day. See ya. Thank you all for listening to today's episode of the Delaware Blogger Podcast. And if you found anything that I've said of interest to you, please subscribe and share it with others. You may even want to leave a rating or review. And check out a few other episodes too. I invite you to subscribe to my blog, adelblogger.com, where you'll find more podcasting pointers and blogging tips and links to purchase a copy of the Basic Blogging Tips for Beginners or Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide on Amazon. I invite you to send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com to schedule a 15-minute complimentary discovery call or to enroll in the 5-week podcasting coaching session. So until the next time, this is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger, wishing you and yours a beautifully blessed day. And remember, sharing is caring. So please share this episode of the Delaware Blogger Podcast with your friends, your family, your bae, and your boo too. See ya. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger.